Over the past few days, Putin's thugs have been shelling Kharkiv on a regular basis. Only civilian targets are being attacked. People, women, and children are losing their lives. Kharkiv, the second largest Ukrainian city after Kyiv, has been the main target of the Russian offensive since May 10th. The pictures of the burning supermarket, which was supposed to contain up to 200 people, are horrifying. How do the politicians through whom Putin was able to finance such a barbaric war feel today? When the explosion occurred, I collapsed to the ground. The debris just covered me. When I managed to crawl out from under them, I saw smoke and foam. My friend and I crawled to safety, where there were already several people. We knew that the attack had begun. There may have been more than 200 people in the supermarket at the time of the attack. At least 16 people were killed. About 70 were injured. Panic broke out. It prevailed even at the subway station 200 meters away. Do you know how many people are here at lunchtime? It's the season. A few days ago, the weather improved, and a lot of people went shopping. It was some kind of madness. Attacks on civilians are part of Putin's war strategy. In 2007, already after the bloody Russian aggression against Chechen, Donald Tusk said these words: "We want dialogue with Russia, as it is." Donald Tusk's approach did not change, even when the war in Georgia broke out in 2008, and later the Second Chechen War. This one turned out to be extremely bloody. Disregarding this, Jacek Krawiec, as CEO of Orlen, purchased 6 million tons of Russian oil in 2013. A few months later, Russia launched its invasion of Crimea. We are talking about a period when, according to things you said publicly in this interview as well, Orlen was 80% dependent on Russian oil? At the time, Orlen, under the Civic platform, was 100% dependent on Russian oil. Then did the companies with which Bartłomiej Sienkiewicz was affiliated advise Orlen on Russian oil for several years? Orlen was buying 100% of its oil from Russia at the time? On the other hand, in 2010, Economy Minister Waldemar Pawlak signed an agreement with Gazprom to supply Russian gas. For more than a quarter of a century, supplies from Russia were to reach Poland at rates higher than in other European Union countries. The Supreme Audit Office revealed that the Polish side made no attempt to obtain more favorable terms of the agreement. The policy of the West, especially Germany, to become dependent on Russian gas and to make constant, systematic purchases of huge amounts of Russian gas has fueled Russia's rearmament and allowed Russia to prepare militarily for acts of aggression. Donald Tusk is the man who built the structure of the Russian-German alliance between 2007 and 2014. He built this alliance and did everything to allow Russia to dominate with its energy, not only Poland, but also Germany and all of Western Europe. Now Donald Tusk's government is reinstating the authors of the policy of rapprochement with Moscow. Krzysztof Dusza has been appointed deputy head of military counterintelligence. For Tusk, Piotr Pytel, former head of the military counterintelligence service, is also an authority. Both have maintained contacts with Russia's Federal Security Service. Tomasz Szatkowski, in turn, is to be replaced as ambassador to NATO by Jacek Najder. He was the one who served as deputy head of the foreign ministry in Donald Tusk's first government, from where the reset with Russia was coordinated. The aforementioned Jacek Krawiec recently returned to Orlen. One of the first decisions of Donald Tusk's government was to get rid of the commission to investigate Russian influence in Poland, chaired by Professor Sławomir Cęckiewicz. Now a new commission is to be formed. Those responsible for tracing Russian influence in Poland are to be the authors of the reset policy, which leaves more questions than answers.